What is going on, college basketball fans? Tomorrow is the Final Four. It is finally almost here, and I have my predictions for the two games tomorrow. I'm ready to get started. Just want to say subscribe if you guys are new. Hit that like button if you guys enjoy, and let me know down below in the comment section who you guys think are winning the games tomorrow night. Let's go. All right, here's our first game. We got San Diego State versus Florida Atlantic. One of these mid-major teams are going to be in the championship game after tomorrow night, and I'm super excited for this matchup. I'm giving you guys my winner and my score predictions for both of these games, and I have the Aztecs winning 66-59, and the main reason why is I just feel like these two teams, they have two very different play styles. Like FAU, they're more of like a three-point shooting team, a very offensive team. Like they are either shooting layups or they are shooting three-point baskets, whereas San Diego State, they rely on their defense, really good three-point defense, really good interior defense, and they have been very consistent with that throughout the tourney, and that is the reason why I picked San Diego State to win over Florida Atlantic. Both these teams have proved that they are really good teams by beating really good teams, top-tier teams throughout the tourney, but I believe that San Diego State has been more consistent with their play style and succeeding with that play style, whereas Florida Atlantic, they had towards the beginning of the tournament, they started they started off kind of cold. Like they weren't hitting a lot of their three-point shots, and it wasn't until Tennessee and Kansas State where they really started to turn up. Now that is a good sign by Florida Atlantic though, because you want to turn up in those more important games and kind of get more comfortable in those games. But in my opinion, defense travels to a game like the Final Four in Houston a lot better than three-point shooting, which is why I am going to go with San Diego State. I also feel like, Butler and Damian Trammell, they are going to be on a tear. They have been on a tear, and they're a team that does shoot mid-range shots and will get those looks at the basket. And if they are hitting their shots, I think that they score enough in this game to get past maybe a late push by Florida Atlantic's guards, starting to hit some shots towards the end of the game, but San Diego State finishes on the offensive end as well down the stretch to win this game 66-59. Also, Mensa down low, he has been a block machine. Also a rope off the bench. He's been giving them some solid minutes, man. Solid minutes for the Aztecs, and I think they're going to win this game. Defense travels, especially to a big stage like the Final Four. Give me San Diego State. Now we go from what I expect to be a very defensively played game and a defensively controlled game by San Diego State to a game that I expect to have a lot of offense. And both of these teams have scored a lot of points in all of their games throughout the tourney. And Miami, they have been lighting it up. They put almost 90 on Texas. They put over 80 on Houston. Two really good defensive teams and two of the top national championship contenders heading into this tourney, and they're coming into this game red hot. Isaiah Wong, Jordan Miller, Nigel Pack, these guys are going to have to be huge for this Hurricanes team if they want to knock off UConn. And I think that I could see Miami's guards having big games. I mean, they've gone up against really good backcourts, really good defensive backcourts, especially with Houston, and have had really good games. So I could see, I think Miami's going to score a lot of points. So I think this is going to be a track meet. Who can score the most points? And I'm actually going to go with UConn for that matter, but I actually do kind of feel like a track meet type of game, like a very offensive back and forth game, kind of more suits towards what Miami would want heading into this game. Like, I think that they want that. Like, they want to have like a back and forth offensive battle in this game. That gives them a chance, and that is why I have this game so close. I have it at 77-81 with UConn winning. The reason I have UConn winning is they have so much depth on this team and a lot more players that I feel like could go off on any given night. I really like a guy like Andre Jackson Jr. I've been a big fan of him all year long, and he has been playing really good throughout this tourney, and I think his defense on Jordan Miller could actually be a key difference in this game. I also think a guy like Jordan Hawkins, he has a massive game in this one, lights it up from behind the arc. I could see him and also Nigel Pack being the two guys from each team that kind of light it up from behind the three-point line. And talk about UConn's size. I mean, Norchad Omier, he has been a beast on the glass. He had 17 rebounds against Trace Jackson Davis when they faced Indiana. He's been having 10-plus rebounds like almost every game. He has been a beast. He's got to stay out of foul trouble. He almost fouled out of the Texas game. He's got to stay out of foul trouble against UConn because they have a lot of size with Sonogo and also Donovan Clingan. They're going to need Norchad Omier to be in the game a lot and stay out of foul trouble if they want to have a chance in this game. And that's going to be tough, man. That's going to be tough. I think UConn has more size, more depth, and I think a guy like Andre Jackson Jr.'s defense on Jordan Miller, all of that could be the difference, a 4-point difference here. I'm going to go with UConn to win this game in a really fun, maybe, I didn't want to put too many points on for my score prediction because, some teams that get into the Final Four, that's a big stage, and they get off to a slow start. So I'm expecting maybe a little bit of a slow start, but throughout the game, they really turn it on, and this becomes a really fun back and forth offensive battle. But let me know who you guys think are going to win these Final Four games down below in the comment section. I got UConn versus San Diego State in the national championship. I think that would be a fantastic game. Very defensive team versus UConn, who has been putting up 80-plus points every single game in the tourney. It would be a great matchup. I'd like to see a guy like ncaa go up against those UConn bigs. That would be an amazing championship game. Both those teams have been tearing it up throughout the tourney. Really, all four of these teams have been, and whoever gets in, whoever wins the championship game really does deserve it because they've all had really tough paths to get here. But that is going to do it. Again, let me know who you guys think are going to win these games. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching.